You are watching YETicket.com with Al McGee, movie reviews and interviews. This is YETicket.com, YETicket.com, your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. 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 We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. YETicket.com. YETicket.com.
Welcome back to Hialeah Park for our next Warriors Boxing, Premier Boxing Champions presentation, which of course will be Friday night, right out here in our beautiful amphitheater. I think you all know the drill by now, so without further ado, it's a pleasure to introduce our partners, and at this time, the president of Warriors Boxing, Leon Margules.
First of all, Frank, thank you very much. It's great to be back at Hialeah Park. We've now had about a 4-year partnership already. And I have to tell you that Hialeah Park has become the premier destination for big-time boxing in South Florida. For those of you locally who follow boxing, all of the big fights in the last 3 or 4 years have been here, including 2 world title defenses of Erislandy Lara. Friday night promises to be no less spectacular, actually in some ways better, because some of these matchups are some of the finest we've ever made in terms of their competitive nature, including the main event, which features an undefeated young up-and-coming star, Mr. Bialy over here, against an aging veteran, cagey, 2-time world champion, the great Jean Pascal. So we're very excited about that main event, and we got also lucky because just in the last couple of days, we were able to add Cuban heavyweight contender Victor Ortiz to the card. Luis Ortiz to the card. I'll be right. Louis, I sat in traffic for an hour and a half getting here, that's why I was late. So, we're very excited about all of the fights on the card. Unfortunately, Jean Pascal, who had a 7 a.m. flight this morning and was going to come straight from the airport, his flight was canceled, and he's now will not be in until this evening. And Luis Ortiz had a family issue he had to deal with his wife at the hospital, so he's not here today, but he will be in action on Friday night. So without further ado,
I'm here with Leon Margules. He's the head promoter, and also he owns Warrior Boxing. And your big fight is when?
Tomorrow night.
December 8th.
No, not tomorrow night.
Friday
night. See, I'm losing track of the time.
I know, man. Yeah. You're so busy. Now, you got Jean Pascal. You got Ahmed. This is a big fight for you.
It's a big fight for them. John has to prove that he still belongs as an elite, and Ahmed has to prove he belongs with the elite.
Especially at 175 pounds.
And it's a hot division right now.
Yeah.
Especially to stave off the Russians that are coming.
Well, you know, you're a big promoter here, and you've been in boxing business for how long?
Close to 30 years.
Close to 30 years. Man, I remember I first met you about 5 years ago. Man, you were always going around and doing your thing and things like that. But why did you get in boxing? Because I understand you are a lawyer?
You know who could tell that story better? My partner, Louis DECUBAS. I was handling some litigation for Jorge Gonzalez, the Cuban giant, when he defected from Cuba. And from there, I stayed part of his team, and we formed a promotional company at that time, Team Freedom Promotions, with all the Cuban defectors. So that's how it started.
Wow, and you love it ever since?
Yeah, back in '91 it started.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow, that's the first time when I first moved down here from Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, man, you've been doing a lot of big promotions here in Miami, but not only that, I see you everywhere. Las Vegas,
Yeah,
New
well, I've
York.
been busy working with the World Boxing Super Series now, the tournaments.
Oh, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's 8 fighters. This season we had 2 weight classes: cruiserweight and light super middleweight. We're now in the semifinals. All the belts are at risk. Most of the fights are in Europe because that's where most of the fighters are doing business at the moment. We're going to hope to expand next season and be worldwide.
Well, good luck with that. I know you are, and you're doing a good job, but keep bringing big fights down here in South Florida.
I'm going to try.
Right.
I don't have to get on a plane when I do it here.
I know. Thank
All right,
you.
man. Thank you.
Thank you, Leon. I really appreciate it.
First of all, I just want to thank the Hialeah Racetrack Casino, John Brandy Sr., John Brandy Jr., Frank Fury. It's great to be back here again. Like Leon says, everybody knows boxing, big-time boxing. It's the Hialeah Racetrack Casino. We've been having shows here for the last 4 years. The fans love it. It's a great crowd, great atmosphere. And like Leon says, without a doubt, this is probably the strongest card we ever had on paper. You know, when you're talking about a main event, like Ahmed Bali against Mr. Jean Pascal, I mean, you can't, 2 guys are sluggers, 2 guys are not going to take a back seat, 2 guys are coming forward, they're both going to be looking for the knockout, and I'm very, very excited.
Hey, this is Al McGee with your Entertainment Ticket Sports. I'm here at the beautiful Hialeah Racetrack and Casino, but I'm here with a guy I've been admiring for a number of years, and also he's the co-promoter for this fight on December 8th with Ahmed and Pascal. Luis Cubas. Hello, buddy.
How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you again. Always see you at all the fights. Excited that you're here, and you're going to see a tremendous fight card on Friday night. You got the great main event. Ahmed Bali, a kid from Egypt. You got big puncher, both hands.
I've seen him fight before.
Yeah, he knocks out guys cold when he hits them. But he's got a very tough test in front of him. Jean Pascal, 2-time world champion, a guy that's fought everybody in the world, Hopkins, Kovalov, fought everybody. So this is a very, very tough test for this kid. And they're both guys that come forward. They're both guys that come to fight. So it's never going to be a dull moment in the fight. And get here early because it's very easy to end up, and the fight can end early because those guys are bombers.
I know they're bombers, and you helped put this together with your partner Leon, and you're working with PBC also. Man, I bet that's a great combination.
Well, I'm happy. I've been Leon's partner for 27 years, and we've been doing this for, a long time. We had a lot of world champions, and, of course, I'm very proud to be involved with PVC. I think the job Heyman's done with boxing is unbelievable. He's giving these guys great opportunities to be showcased all over the world. And, I've been in boxing now for 35 years, and it's so great to see a guy like Al Heyman come into boxing and give these kids an opportunity and be fair with them, because most of these guys in boxing are not fair with these fighters, but Heyman is one of the best guys I've ever seen with fighters.
Yeah, he sure is. I met him one time. Also, I know his partner Sam, and, it's really great. And also, your son is in the boxing business too.
Well, my son had been in boxing. As a matter of fact, he works for Al, he's been in boxing since he was a little kid. I handled Roberto Duran, Wilfredo Gomez, Xavier Pedrosa. So he's dealt with most of the Joel Casamayor, most of the great Latin fighters when he was a kid. He watched me work, so he learned a little bit about boxing. But of course now, he's with PVC. He's working with Al, and what can I tell you? He's working with the smartest guy in boxing.
He sure is. But he got all that from his dad. I'm sure he did.
Yeah. But when you talk Al Heyman, all you got to do is just see the job he did with Floyd Mayweather. That's the only fighter in the history of boxing to make $1 billion. I think he's a little smarter than me.
Well, Luis, thank you for taking time with me, Al McGee, here at your Entertainment Ticket. I really
very much,
appreciate
Al,
it.
and I always love seeing you at the fights. You're a great guy.
Oh, thank you, and keep up the good work, please. Thank you, buddy.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest.